Welcome back to Talk of the Town on WHTC, Holland's Cool FM, on WHTC.com, and on the WHTC app for your smartphone. Once again, here's your host, Gary Stevens.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town for this Thursday, August 20th. It is the third Thursday of the month, which means we get an update from Holland City Hall with a member of the Holland City Council. And today we are joined by First Ward Councilman Tim Vreeman on the other side of our table this morning. Tim, good morning. Welcome back, sir.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Thursday.
It is a Thursday. It is, we're in the dog days of summer, even though it doesn't feel like it. We're not under oppressive heat. And that means kids are, they're getting ready. Final weekend before.
My wife is sad about summer closing down.
Well, yeah, the chill autumn winds are coming soon.
Oh, golly.
If you have a question for the councilman, First Ward Councilman Tim Vreeman, second term, I believe?
Correct.
616-395-1450. We'll talk about some of the things that have happened most recently at Holland City Council meetings. Most notably, last night, I know that there was a lengthy discussion or presentation more than anything else dealing with amending a brownfield plan for some property off of Ottawa Avenue, dealing with, I believe, Habitat for Humanity and Jubilee Ministries.
Correct.
And that project. And that was pretty lengthy, but for the most part, these two entities have really taken the bulls by the horns in terms of addressing our housing shortage and trying to make it affordable for people to have
Sure.
home ownership in this town.
Well, and I think, we relate to those two partners, Jubilee and Habitat, as kind of the gold standard for our area. And the collaboration that they experience together with one another empowers that and makes that happen well. So they did really well last night and looked for other ways. They created also storage units, like man caves is what they were talking to last night, on that property as well to make it an income property too. So there's multiple use going on and a good area, and it's created new housing opportunities.
So that was part of what was during last night's city council meeting. The other part, and the one I really wanted to emphasize, was the approval of issuing bonds up to $22 million for that rec center.
Sure. It's kind of an exciting time. We talked about, we have been talking about that for years. It feels like from the very beginning of my time on city council that those ideas got launched out there a bit, and then we'd have a study session and talk all throughout the last 2.5 years in particular. But even last night, as we talked about the bond issue and getting the best opportunity, the city's in a very positive place to make that happen and to get that process started yet this fall so that construction can start as soon as it can after probably the snow flies this winter.
Well, if I don't understand, maybe some of the foundation work and stuff like that could be done even before winter starts.
Sure, and that's the intention, to get some of the site work done. It's going to end up, the pavilion will end up going away. There'll be a fence placed right next to the skate park on the north side of that, which will block off the construction of what's taking place there, but the skate park won't get touched right away. And then the playground piece will get retired and then replaced in the coming years, probably up the hill as Bouse Pool gets a remodel in the days to come.
Yeah, and that's
long days.
Yeah, part of what the discussion was ahead of approving the bonds, which really sort of gets the ball rolling about getting construction done, is the fact that there's going to be a lot of activities around East 16th Street and Fairbanks, accessibility, parking, and the fact that it's basically next to a residential area. That's going to be causing some issues.
Welcome aboard. I work at Langland Sternberg, which is right across the street, kitty corner from that property.
Yep. So I didn't want to say anything about that.
Yeah, you did. Yes, we are one of our partners attended those meetings, and I think it's been a good discussion, and they've rallied well. At the end of all of this, there will be more parking available for all parties. I think as we experience construction across the city, it's awkward in the meantime, right? It's going to be an issue this fall if you take that site away for Hope College and parking for football games throughout the fall. It's probably going to spill over into our area at Langland. But the end result is going to be better. And I even talked last night. I'm so in favor of the project itself. It's so needed in our community. Our community partners have served well the general population of creating places and utilization for our kids to have sports and recreation. And to continue those relationships, I think is a huge responsibility on our side as a city, but also our partners, that we don't build something new and then it's become an isolated. No, we're probably going to be even a bigger partner helping those entities experience rec even better.
Okay, so hopefully, well, we're speaking on August 20th of 2026. I don't think August 20th of 2027, it might be a full reality yet, but it'd be close for this rec center.
Well, we'll see.
That would be, I want to say ambitious, but you never know, as they say. 616-395-1450 if you have a question for Holland First Ward Councilman Tim Vreeman. Another project that looks to be almost, I wouldn't say complete, but at least it's going to be usable, is the bike park on the other side of the Macatawa River, just basically north of where we are right now.
Sure. We got a report on that as well last night, and Mayor Box was out there in this past week, and the ramps are up. He was like, I almost rib him a little bit about being scared and not being out there on a bike himself. I think he walked it. But it's great, and being utilized, and it connects our north side again to our south side across the bridge and to the ice park and all the walkability and bikeability of our city.
Keep in mind, we got a call last hour. Somebody wanted to know where exactly it was because they were thinking that it was on the west side of River Avenue where the old Park Davis plant is in that area. He says, no. It's on the east side.
Correct. Back
behind what is now a CBD store. Basically park in park at the D&W lot. They got room.
And bike over. Park. Yeah, it's a block away.
Yeah, so it's it's not that, and there are paths and everything like that. Having walked it a few times myself, so
yeah, it's amazing.
It's not. It helps the exercise, as they say. And
you and I could probably both get out there more, don't you think?
Well, listen. He wants to. He wants to get more business for his day job. No, I'm not.
Oh, come on.
But anyway, that's been on the move. I know a couple of projects that are not city projects that seem to be taking forever to do. One is Tulip, the remodeling of the hotel. That's been around since since the ice. No, not since the Ice Age. But that's rebuildings going on, and of course, the building of the new Hope College campus.
Yeah,
part of the campus
business.
And the big crane is up right now, so maybe not aesthetically looking over downtown as we will get.
Well, it makes it's impressive. I was talking to a friend, and they were out on the water, and you can see that crane out in the lake, kind of pointing, "Here's Holland." So that will be up for that entire construction project.
Yeah, well, hopefully by Tulip time next year, that will be taken care of. And by the way, earlier this year, the purchase was agreed to by council, I assume, to buy all the tulips for planting next year.
You got to plan a year in advance, right? Because we plant all of those starting October already.
Yeah, in about 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, 6 weeks from now, folks. Beginning of October.
You say that with so much positivity.
Well, anyway, being positively negative. No, let's not. I know that the colder weather is certainly coming.
It's all part of the magic, right? We have to have all 4 seasons, and I think we do a good job of engaging in all of them.
Yep. I know this is a little bit early to talk about, but something that's going to be coming up within the next 6 weeks will be the International Festival of Holland. And it's not too early to start talking about it because it should be a lot of fun activities near the end of September.
Correct.
Yeah. So we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
Whoever's in here next month, I forgot who's on the rotation.
Keep your eyes and ears to the ground, and you'll be part of it. It'll be a great celebration.
We'll stick him on that, or her on that. Anyway, other things to talk about within the city of Holland. By the way, you can get the same cheat sheet I do. That's the My Holland Scroll. Go to the website, cityofholland.com, and you can subscribe to the monthly newsletter. It comes first of the month and tells you about a lot of activities that are going on within the city of Holland. And as we get into the fall, I would think that the rec department, we talked about the fact that the rec center is going to be in the future, but in the present right now, many of the fall activities, sign-up time is sign-up time.
Correct. That, it's continuous. As every season or semester kind of restarts, there's new activities and new opportunities for our entire community to participate. Yeah. And I think we're pretty blessed to be working with so many entities around town that open up their spaces currently to make that happen.
Has council been briefed on some of the things going on with the ice park site? It seems as if it's been a very busy place in the off season. when there's no ice around there.
I think we're very appreciative to Vela City and the partnership that we have with them as they operate out of that space. The addition of the bike park has been a good positive movement for Vela City and the city as well as they work together. And so there's been a lot of activity. If you drive down there are always people walking because the park now, Outdoor Discovery Center did up that park as well on the other side of that. And so on the north side is really becoming a destination for all ages, for walkability, and do it year round. So it's been kind of fun for me to even drive through there.
Yeah, just don't drive on the path.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, coming up on Saturday, Dan Evans is the dog guy around here. I'm a cat guy, so that's not for me. But Bark in the Park is coming up at Windmill Island over on Saturday.
That is one topic I have no knowledge of. I have no pets.
Okay. Well, I have my cat. That's fine. You're
not going to take her out for a...
No. She's definitely an indoor cat, and she's not friendly with other cats. So, but certainly a lot of fun. It's 9:30 to 1, Bark in the Park over at Windmill Island Gardens. There will be groomers, trainers, animal hospitals, tasty treats, accessories, and more from local organizations. Pet Paw Rents can even find accessories for themselves from local creators. So, a lot
there you go,
fun.
Matt Helmus. Make it happen over there, buddy.
Yeah, over at Windmill Island Gardens. By the way, I noticed this a couple of days ago driving by the tulip plantings. And there might be some people kind of wondering, what happens to the site, especially tulip plantings, over at Window on the Waterfront, when there are no tulips? What gets put in there?
My goodness.
I mean, I saw that, and I think you've seen it too.
Are you talking the park on 6th Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sunflowers is the one big one right now. So there's a big display of sunflowers. A lot of annuals get planted in those areas. If you were to drive on like Washington Boulevards, those have been all did with bright, big yellow marigolds, and it's absolutely stunning. And so the display throughout the summer has been great there too. And so Parks has done, I think, just an outstanding job of keeping the display of our city well. We start in the spring, right, with tulips. Those get replaced with annual flowers, whether it be in the urns downtown, our city streets, our parks. It gets transitioned probably by early October to a fall display, and then again right before Christmas for winter and all the greenery that takes place. And so that staff, I can't even tell you. It's kind of one of my joy spots for just bringing a smile that our beauty continues throughout the season.
Well, what really struck me, Tim, is the fact that you take a look at what's planted, and I said, this planting area, it is just sprawling.
Yeah.
With not just the sunflowers, but other flowers as well. You wouldn't think that gets all leveled down for the tulips in the spring.
Yeah, it's a hard pill for some people to swallow. I know it is my own yard. You got to take stuff out to make for the next season and be ready for it. But again, I'm thrilled with how the city has done that, and particularly that team with grounds.
616-395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with Councilman Tim Vreeman.
Yeah, just to echo what Tim said, when my wife and I walk around downtown, and we walked through Centennial Park last Sunday, and just every corner you turn down, like around every pond and every fountain, the flowers and greenery is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's world class. And downtown with all the beds, there's not a year that goes by that we would go, oh man, look at how beautiful it is this year. So yeah, they get kudos, and I think they deserve a raise. Everybody in gardening, because they just do a fabulous job. And beyond the tulips.
Thanks for the affirmation.
Not easy, but that's a home run. So
Thank
to
you.
come up again with everything they do is just absolutely fabulous. So yeah, kudos to them each and every day.
We'll pass it along.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. 616-395-1450. Talking about the investment that the city has done with not just parks, but in green aspects, not only planting flowers, the tulips investments as well, the investments into trees. I know that for many years, Holland was an arbor, was a Tree City USA thing. Some might question, where is council's priorities? Are they not putting the money into the proper priorities? But I think council, and this is more than just your time on it, but it's been throughout my 25 years here, is they've put a premium on making sure this town looks good because of the fact that it is a destination attraction.
Absolutely. I think I will just affirm what you just said, that the presentation of our city is a value and high priority. But beyond that, or deeper into that, is the partnerships that are needed to make that happen. The city itself can't do that by itself. Yeah, they can do the urns downtown in the parks. But you need business owners and homeowners and all of the different people to rally together and work collaboratively to offer our city to those that find it as a place to vacation, to retire, to do business. It could go on and on. And so I think what I find particularly joy in serving in our city is to validate those collaborations and partners that we have and our own city staff that makes that happen. And so I couldn't be prouder of what takes place. In the meantime, we've redecorated half of our streets right now with orange barrels and making all that happen. And we have to go through the pain of reestablish. I'll use Waverly as a great example in my neighborhood. That's been going on all summer. And for me to get to work or anywhere, I have to think twice when I get out of my driveway. I'm like, which way am I going to go and how am I going to get there? But we have to go through those pieces and times in order to maintain the very city that we enjoy each and every day. And so as we grow and as we change, I know people are concerned many times about growth, that we're growing too quickly. And I would say, look again. Yes, we're growing and we continue to expand who we are as people and housing and businesses. But our population actually has stayed the same in the last 2 years. And so there's shifts in everything that's happening. But I think overall, we can say thumbs up to what's going on.
Let's get one more call before we finish our segment. Good morning. You're on the line with Councilman Tim Vreeman.
Yeah, I was talking about that bicycle last hour ago.
Yep.
Why is how the paper said it was going to be at the old Davis Park there by CBS?
Yeah.
Why they moved it over to the other side of the bridge?
Because that's where
the Holland Sentinel side was going to be in over there.
Yeah, that paper made a boo-boo. But the thing is, and Tim can, because we've talked about it with Mayor Box and some of the others, that property is city property. Even though it looks like it's part of the township, it's actually city
on the other
property.
side of the bridge.
Right.
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, Kim Rowan last night, I think, spoke very well about that very property, of making a property that was really not very usable and not very buildable for other things, to make it useful and a huge community asset on that side.
Appreciate the call. Thank you very much. 616-395-1450. If you would like more information about what's going on, not only at Holland City Hall, but the city itself, we mentioned earlier about the My Holland Scroll, the monthly newsletter, go online to cityofholland.com. That is cityofholland.com. First Ward Councilman Tim Vreeman, as always, thank you very much for spending some time with us today. Wish you and not only members of the council, also everybody over at the funeral home in the best. And if all goes well, hey, we'll do this again later on this fall, and we'll probably have this segment next month. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Tim Vreeman, on WHTC, Holland's Cool FM.